Happy Sentinels Tuesday, everybody. November has been a month of doing things twice, and so this week we are getting our second Gravity Falls deck in a row. It is, in fact, Gravity Falls itself, the weird town in Oregon full of strange and mysterious things that Dipper and Maple Pines find themselves in for a summer vacation and end up solving all kinds of mysteries and getting into all kinds of trouble. Created by Archie the 7th, of course. We're going to be fighting Tiamat Hydra, and this is the third time that I am trying to beat her, so we've got 5 heroes this week, namely Area 51 Starlight, Haunted Fanatic, because letters page, October Day, Prime Warden's Tempest, and a variant of Rainbow called Warrior Princess. I'm hoping that she will be OP enough to get us through this fight. Alright, so we got 3 heads in play. We win when there are 6 decapitated heads. Start of the villain turn, activate all grow text of decapitated heads, then flip 1 and restore it to 10 HP. Jaws of Winter. If Maw of the Earth is not in play, one player discards a card, otherwise it deals damage. She does damage, and Eye of the Storm hits everybody. Okay, here we go. Alteration, play the top card of the environment deck, play the top card of the villain deck. Okay, cool. First card for Gravity Falls. Ferocious Pterodactyl. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals the hero or resident target with the lowest HP 2 melee damage. If this damage reduces a resident to under 3 HP, put it under this card. This card leaves play, put all cards under it into play, so it can go and snatch up the residents and take them away from you. Then we play the top card of the villain deck. Healing Magic. There is lots of healing that doesn't actually happen. Play the top card of the villain deck. Acid Breath. We destroy nothing. Each toxic damage to each hero who did not destroy a card this way. Well, everybody take 5. Howie. Alright, somebody discard a card. Probably not going to use Zealous Offense. Mouth of the Inferno hits the highest for 2. That is Starlight. And then everybody take 1. Wow, that's a lot of damage we just took. Okay, Starlight is going to start with Exodus. Grab a Constellation. Put that on herself. And then we will play Wish. I'm going to play that on Tempest. Let's go with Electrical Storm. The rest go on the bottom of the deck. And then for her power, we will discard a card, search for deck for Pillars of Creation, and put that into play. Draw a card. Alright, Fanatic's going to play Absolution. Let's go for the easy damage here. We will hit the Cold Head for 3 and draw a card. And that's going to be Radiant damage pretty much this whole game. October Day is going to play Tybalt. It says reduce damage dealt to Tybalt by 1. Tybalt is immune to cold damage. Redirect all damage that will be dealt to October by sources other than herself to this card. At the end of your turn, this card deals a target 1 reducible melee damage. So her power, Investigation, reveal the top card of a deck. You may put it on top or bottom of that deck. Let's look at the villain deck. Elemental Form. That's an ongoing. I like ongoings because I can get rid of them. Alright, draw a card, and Tybalt will smack the Lightning Head for 1. Speaking of which, Tempest hits the other 2 for 1 each, and then I'm going to play Otherworldly Resilience. And then, it's kind of not worth taking the damage to play Chain Lightning. Let's just draw a card. Rainbow is going to play a Singing Amethyst. Now her power is Kaleidoscope. Select a spectrum color. Until the end of your next turn, you may activate that color's effects. Rainbow deals a target 1 damage of any type. That being said, I'm going to use the Amethyst because it will let me destroy an environment card. We'll just get rid of that Pterodactyl before it becomes an issue. Draw a card. Alright, Gravity Falls plays the Summerween Trickster. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals each hero and resident target 2 melee damage. Increase damage dealt by this card to heroes with a limited card in their trash that shares a name with a card in their hand by 2. Okay, whoa, holy crap. She doesn't have any limited cards, that doesn't in her hand. Okay, so everybody just take 2. Wow. Okay, Tiamat plays that Elemental Form. Whenever a head takes damage, it becomes immune to that damage till the start of the next villain turn. Somebody has to discard a card. October will do it. Highest takes 2, that is Fanatic, and then everybody take 1. Okay, no constellations to play. So let's do Celestial Aura. I will ping the Lightning Head for 1 and draw 2 cards. Fanatic will use Sanctifying Strike on the Firehead. Draw a card. Oops. And then hit the Lightning Head for 3, and draw another card. So, oh yeah, I need to keep track of damage types. Lightning Head's immune to Radiant damage, so we'll say I hit it for Fire damage. It is also immune to Fire damage. Firehead is immune to melee damage. Oi. October's going to play Walk the Shadow Roads. The environment deals October 2 cold damage, except that gets redirected to Tybalt, and he's immune. Put the top card of the environment deck on top of the villain deck. I like this idea. And then, let's take a look at the top card of the environment. It's Mermando. Whenever a hero uses a power, this card deals itself 2 melee damage. At the start of the environment turn, each hero target regains 2 HP, and each player may draw a card, then destroy this card. And he's only got 5 HP, so basically 2 people could use a power. Let's put him on the bottom. We'll save him for later. Draw a card. And then I guess Tybalt's going to hit the Cold Head. Now they're all immune to melee damage. Oof. Which means Tempest is going to make both of those heads immune to lightning damage, along with the, well, not along with the Trickster, but he hits the Trickster too. Man. Yeah, I'm going to do Ball Lightning. The damage is going to go to the Trickster, which is going to kind of be wasted because I'm just going to destroy him on Rainbow's turn, but we can get rid of Elemental Form. Draw a card. Alright, I have to be very careful about what Spectrum cards I play because they increase that type of damage by 1. Let's do Indigo, which is the psychic damage, and then we're going to use Singing Amethyst again to drop the Trickster. Draw a card. Gravity Falls plays Convenient Store Haunts. Reduce damage dealt to this card by 4. Wow. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals the 3 hero or resident targets the lowest HP, 3 psychic damage each. Oh, that figures. If this card reduces a hero to less than 13 HP, this way destroy this card. Okay, 3 heroes the lowest take 4 psychic damage each. Well, Rainbow takes 2 because of Indigo, and actually the next lowest is Tybalt, who takes 3, and then Starlight. I could do October, but I kind of want to keep Tybalt in play. Alright, the villain plays an environment card several times. Oh, sweet. They're fun. First time a hero target will be dealt damage each turn, redirect that damage to this card. Then this card deals each target other than the one this target redirected damage from 1 melee damage. Oh, okay. That's going to be interesting. Alright, somebody discard a card, Rainbow can do it. Highest takes 2, that is Tempest. That gets redirected to several times. This card deals each target other than the one this card redirected damage from 1 melee damage. So everybody but the Mouth of the Inferno takes 1. They soak it. Oh, and I guess they also hit themselves. Okay. And then everybody take 1 lightning damage. Alright, still no constellations to play. Yeah, Stellar Wind, she's just going to heal herself, draw 2 cards. And then I will ping the Mouth of the Inferno for 1 and draw 2 more cards. Wow. Let's chastise the ghosts. Hit the Mouth of the Inferno for 3. Radiant damage, draw a card. October will play the Silver Knife. Powers October deals a target 2 melee damage until the start of the next turn. Reduce damage dealt by each target dealt damage this way by 1. Let's hit the Lightning Head with that, and that will block its damage for a round. Draw a card. Alright, Tempest does his thing. Wow, he can't hit the ghost with Chain Lightning even. Well, of course they're chastised. So let's do 4 to the Jaws of Winter, 3 to the Maw, and 2 to several times. Don't want to play anything else, draw a card. Rainbow will play a Coruscating Ruby. I'm going to use her base power. We will activate, I actually don't know, let's see, if that's Indigo is Diamond, this must be Purple. So we'll activate Violet so that maybe I can use the Amethyst next round for big effect. And then I can deal a target 2 psychic damage. Let's hit the Lightning Head, draw a card. This is going swimmingly. Gravity Falls plays Pacifica Northwest. There's our first resident. In the environment turn, one player may discard 2 cards. If they do, this card regains 2 HP. If they don't, play the top card of the environment deck. As long as this card is at max HP, increase the first damage dealt to a villain target each turn by 1. Alright. They can't deal damage. Several times does nothing. Nobody's going to discard to heal her. We'll just play the top card of the environment deck. Quentin Tremblay. Oh yeah. Some of these cards have a decimal place in their HP. I just round them up to the next HP. At the end of the environment turn, each player shuffles one of their non-character cards in play into their deck. Each player who does reveals the top 2 cards of their deck, puts one into play, and discards the other. Okie dokie. Thanks a lot, Quentin. That's 2 Pillars of Creation. That'll get me a red shift. Ooh, that'll get me a red shift and a constellation in the trash. 2 players may play a card. I don't have a whole lot of stuff that I really need to play outside my turn. Let's do Brutal Censure and hit the Lightning Head for 3 with Pacifica Northwest's help, draw a card. And then I guess Starlight will just play Stellar Wind, heal herself for 2, and draw 2 more cards. Well, I suppose if I was smart, I could have played non-character cards that I don't mind losing. Oh well, I'm not smart. Absolution goes, and we get Zealous Offense or Holy Nova. Let's do Holy Nova. Silver Knife is going in there, and she gets Jazz or Ride the Blood. Probably Jazz. Jazz is immune to melee damage. Start of your turn, you may reveal the top card of any deck and either replace or discard it. Yeah, that's not bad. Tempest is going to have to lose Electrical Storm. He gets Shielding Winds and Localized Hurricane. Well, that's an easy choice. And let's drop the Ruby. Rainbow gets 2 copies of Lavender Cacophony. Okay. Oh, hey, we have Violet active. Rainbow deals a target 2 sonic damage. You may destroy a target with 2 or fewer HP. Holy crap. Okay, let's hit the Mouth of the Inferno down to 1, and then we will destroy the ghosts. That worked out pretty good. I ain't even mad. Oh, I could have done Chastise instead of Absolution. Shit, I'm gonna lose. Alright, Tiamat gets to play a card for some reason. Acid Breath. 2 ongoing and 2 equipment cards. Alright, we can drop Shielding Winds. We can drop this Constellation. And then the only equipment I have is the Singing Amethyst, unfortunately. And then everybody who did not destroy a card this way takes 5 damage. That's October Day, which kills Tybalt. That's fine, I can get him back. And Fnatic. Yeah, it's the head with the highest HP, darn. Okay, somebody discard a card. That will be Starlight. Highest takes 2, that's Tempest. Everybody takes nothing. Huzzah. Okay, play Warp Halo. And then we will use her base power to get a Pillars of Creation back. Draw a card. Oh wait, and the damage that was going to be dealt to Tempest should have been redirected to several times, so they could actually take out both of the heads in themselves. Oh, and hit these two. That doesn't actually change how the end went. Nothing will happen until the start of the villain turn. Okay, so let's not worry about things too much. Holy Nova, drop the Jaws of Winter. This is like perfect. This is exactly what I want to do. And then she will deal Pacifica 1 psychic damage, because she's taken no damage this turn. Draw a card. Alright, let's play Tybalt Ex Machina. Search your deck or trash for Tybalt, put him into play, shuffle your deck. You may draw a card. Oh good, the boy is back. Alright, Jazz, at the start of her turn, let's look at the villain deck. Elemental Frenzy, yeah, we don't want that. That can go in the trash. And then let's look at the villain deck again. Skybreaker. That's rough, buddy. Let's put that on the bottom. Draw a card. And Tybalt will take out Pacifica. Tempest is going to skip and draw 2. And actually, I think, well, no, I want to play something with her. We'll do Radiant Amber, and actually go ahead and use the power on that. Reduce damage dealt to Rainbow by 1 till the start of your next turn. Yeah, that's fine. Draw a card. Okay, Gravity Falls. We're probably going to see this whole thing. Blendin' Blandin'. After another card enters a trash, shuffle it into the top 3 cards of its deck. When this card will be destroyed, if it is above 0 HP, shuffle it into the top 3 cards of the environment deck. Oh, that is really neat, actually. Okay, Quentin does his stupid bullshit. I have another Warp Halo, so let's do that. Exodus or a Constellation. Play one and discard the other. Okay, so we'll do Exodus. Grab a Constellation. I'm starting to run out of them. We'll put that by her. Shuffle the deck, draw, or play a card. Let's play Warp Halo, and then this card goes into the trash, so it gets shuffled into the top 3 cards of the deck. This card will go into the trash, except it gets shuffled into the top 3 cards of the deck. How very strange. Fnatic has nothing. Yeah, she has nothing in play. We're going to sacrifice Jazz, I guess. Ride the Blood and Amandine. This card enters your hand, put it into play. Amandine is villain target and is immune to damage dealt by October. End of your turn, put a hero target or ongoing in your play area under this card. When Amandine leaves play, return all cards on this card to your hand. Okay, yeah, we don't want her. Let's do Ride the Blood, even though I'm not probably going to use it. And she goes to the top 3 cards of her deck. So, need to keep an eye out for that. Shoot, Tempest loses. Again, I was dumb. I should have played something. Grievous Hailstorm or Into the Stratosphere. Well, Into the Stratosphere can go into the top 3 cards of my deck. I'm taking Grievous Hailstorm. And then we'll lose the gem. She gets Rainbow Blast or Red. Red would increase fire damage, but Rainbow Blast would destroy my Spectrum card. Okay, I think we're going to discard the Rainbow Blast and just take our chances with the extra fire damage. Alright, we need to beat the shit out of Blendin' Blandin' because this is actually kind of annoying. Okay, everybody grow. Voice of the Wind, Breath of Decay, and Maw of the Earth. So reduce damage dealt to other villain targets by 1. Gotta look for the elements of cards. Increase damage dealt to hero targets by 1. That's awful. And at the end of the villain turn, each head regains 2 HP. Then she gets to play a card. Element of Ice. The Maw of the Earth deals the hero target with the highest HP X melee damage, where X is H plus the number of Skybreaker cards in the villain trash. I don't think there are any. No, there aren't. So, H melee damage to the highest, which is Tempest, who takes all of it. And then that gets shuffled into the top 3 cards of its deck. Oh, and actually we should have flipped a card anyways. We'll do Eye of the Storm. Alright, Tiamat, Voice of the Wind is in place. This deals the highest 1 lightning damage. Oh yeah, that was increased by 1. 2 lightning damage to October, which goes to Tybalt. He takes 1. And nothing else. Oh yeah, end of the villain turn. Eye of the Storm heals 2. Okay, start a turn. Let's get a Constellation from my trash into play. Putting that on Maw of the Earth. And then heck with it, I'm going to play Stellar Wind. She heals 2, and she'll hit the Maw for 3. And then Celestial Aura, why the hell not, hit the Maw for 2, draw 2 cards. Alright, that gets... shoot. Before I draw those cards, I need to shuffle this into the top 3 cards of its deck. Okay, I got the same ones. Now I know what the top card of her deck is. Okay, Sacrosanct Martyr is actually not as good as Spectral Chains. She'll hit herself for 2 cold damage because damage is increased by 1. Deal another target 3 psychic damage. Let's hit the Maw, draw a card. Let's play Fey-Blooded. I need 3 of those to switch to her other character card, but that's a start. Take a look at the villain deck again. Ancient Ward. We could get rid of that. Let's leave that on top. Draw a card. Okay, Tempest is going to play Shielding Winds because, geez, let's do some damage. Draw a card. Polychromatic Aura. I can play an additional card during my play phase. I don't think I want to do that. Yeah, let's pick Orange with Kaleidoscope and deal a target, let's say 2 fire damage. Draw a card. Oof. Okay, Gravity Falls. Old Man McGucket. This card is played with 7 minus HP. Okay, so he's actually only got 2. Whenever an anomaly card is destroyed, this card regains a hit point. At the end of the environment turn, if this card is at max HP, one player may play an equipment card. Otherwise, the hero with the lowest HP deals himself 1 psychic damage. Okay, yes, we have to help him stop being crazy. And that being said, it's time to do the thing. Let's move this constellation. She gets Celestial Aura and Celestial Aura. Well, that's unfortunate. Those both get shuffled into the top 3 cards of the deck. Sacrosanct Martyr, because that's why I played that. Ooh, let's take Absolution. Ride the Blood can go back into her deck, because I don't want it. Silver Knife or Call for Backup. Let's put the Silver Knife into play. Call for Backup goes back into her deck. Tempest will drop Shielding Winds, I guess. And we'll trade that for Otherworldly Resilience. Yeah. And Rainbow will throw red back in her deck. We get the yellow gem and the blue gem. Let's stick with the blue gem. Whoops. And then this goes back on top of the deck somewhere. I'm sorry, let's stick with the yellow gem. Okay. He's not at max HP. Somebody deals himself 2-3 actually psychic damage. Okay, it'll be Rainbow. She'll only take 1. Alright, start of turn. We're going to bring back Jaws of Winter, I guess. And they play Ancient Ward, reduce damage dealt to heads by 1. Okay, Maw of the Earth is in play, so Jaws of Winter hits the lowest for 1 cold damage. That'll be Fanatic. This hits the highest for 1 lightning damage. I'm sorry, that's 2 damage. For 2 lightning damage, that is Starlight, and then they heal 2. Okay, start of turn, we get a Constellation. I'm just going to put it on her, because then I'm going to play Event Horizon, destroy that Constellation, it gets shuffled into the deck. Boy, this is strange. And then we'll destroy Ancient Ward, which gets shuffled in the top 3 cards of its deck. But now we don't have to worry about that. Power, ping the Maw of the Earth for 1, draw 2 cards. Okay, Smite the Transgressor, hit Maw of the Earth for... Oh wait, no, that's melee damage. Shoot, I can't hit that. Okay, forget that. Brutal Censure. Maw of the Earth for 2, draw a card. And then I'll actually use her base power. She'll hit herself for 1 cold damage because she's taking extra damage. Hit Maw of the Earth for 2, it flips, and we destroy that Constellation, which then goes into its deck. Draw a card. Tempest will at least get rid of 2 of those. Oh, let's walk the Shadow Roads again. The environment deals October no cold damage, and we put the top card of its deck on top of the villain deck. And then this goes back in our deck. Alright, who do we want to reduce damage dealt by? Probably Jaws of Winter. Draw a card. Okay, Tempest will play Electrical Storm, and then we'll deal some damage to everybody. Take out, what's-his-name? He gets shuffled in the top 3 cards. And we take out Old Man McGucket, and he gets shuffled in the top 3 cards, so we'll be seeing them pretty soon. Draw a card. Alright, I'm going to play Singing Amethyst, and we will use the Shocking Topaz, deal Blend in 2 lightning damage, and he is actually destroyed. Hooray. That was a heck of a thing. Alright, Gravity Falls plays Old Man McGucket. Somebody deals themselves psychic damage, and it will be Rainbow who hits herself for... It's actually... Let's see. Because it's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, she just takes 1. Okay, one of these is coming back, and it's going to be Mouth of the Inferno, because otherwise it would be bad. Then we play an environment card. Rumble McSkirmish, hooray. I think. This card is played next to the villain character target with the highest HP. Okay, that is... Let's do Voice of the Wind. When that target leaves play, destroy this card. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals the target next to it 2 fire damage. This card deals each target other than itself 1 melee damage. Okay. Maw of the Earth is not in play. Somebody discard a card. Tempest can do that, no problem. Here, target with the second highest HP, 2 fire damage. That is Starlight. Here with the highest HP, 2 lightning damage. That is October Day, redirected to Tybalt. And that's it. Okay, start of my turn, I can play a Constellation. Let's play it on, actually, somebody else. Let's play it on Tempest. And then I'm going to do Red Shift. Draw a card. She will let herself play Wish on herself, which will let me wish for another wish. Draw a card. Let's see here. That would not be helpful. Nobody has anything that really needs to be played. Let's do Smite the Transgressor. Hit Breath of Decay for 2, hit Voice of the Wind for 3. And then second play off of that, how about Reclaim from the Deep? And then the second play off the first Red Shift, how about Chain Lightning? 4 to Breath of Decay, 3 to Voice of the Wind, 2 to Jaws of Winter, I guess. Okay, that was a heck of a turn. Then she's going to use her base power. We will go after another Pillars of Creation, and then she's going to be real good in setup. Shuffle, draw. Let's embolden Rainbow, see what she can do, and then hit Eye of the Storm for 3, draw a card. We do need to take one of these out so that Maw of the Earth doesn't flip back over. I will play the Hope Chest, but then I will use Silver Knife, hit Jaws of Winter for 2, draw a card. Alright, Tempest hits everything for 1, except for that one. Let's do Elemental Subwave Inducer, I guess, and then he will do 2 damage to everything except Jaws of Winter. Drops Old Man McGucket, draw a card. Alright, she can play an extra card and use an extra power, and I have absolutely no desire to do any of that. Let's play Tangerine Corona. Power number 1, we will activate Orange. So reduce damage dealt to her, and she can redirect damage dealt to hero targets to herself. She'll deal a target 2 psychic damage. Okay, let's hit Breath of Decay. And then second power will do Shocking Topaz, hit Breath of Decay and take it out. Draw a card, destroy Embolden. Or actually, I'm going to leave that in play and hit her for 1. Because it's just 1 now. Alright, Gravity Falls. Plays Quentin Tremblay. See, that's why I left it in play. I kind of smelled that he was going to come back. Okay, end of the environment turn, Rumble McSkirmish does 2 fire damage to this guy, and 1 melee damage to everything else. All of that gets redirected to Rainbow. This ain't too bad. And then we do the thing. Alright, Celestial Aura. Gives me Into the Nebula or a Constellation. There is no reason not to play Into the Nebula. Embolden. Undaunted or End of Days. Yeah, we're going to do Undaunted, thanks. Let's do the Hope Chest. Quentin, a different Quentin. Call for Backup. Well, Quentin is better than Call for Backup because we don't have to go searching for him. End of your turn, one hero may play a card to use a power. That's kind of broken. Elemental Subwave Inducer. Chain Lightning or Reclaim from the Deep. Let's do Chain Lightning because I can do 4 to the Jaws of Winter, 3 to the Mouth of the Inferno, and 2 to the Voice of the Wind, and we're very close to winning now. And then for her, we'll do the Topaz because I've got another one. She gets the Emerald and Chromatic Heritage. Yes. That lets her use an extra power during a power phase. Thank goodness. Alright, thanks Quentin. You did good. So, who's coming back? It's going to be Voice of the Wind, because that's the one getting beaten up by Rumble McSkirmish. Play a card for some reason. Element of Fire. Tiamat, Mouth of Inferno. Deals each hero target 2 plus X fire damage with X number of Element of Fire cards in the villain trash. I don't think there are any. No. This is the first one. Here with the most cards in play may not play cards until the start of the next villain turn. That is Starlight or Rainbow. I'll make it Rainbow because she doesn't really need to play cards. So everybody take 2 fire damage. Starlight soaks it. Okay. Mouth of the Inferno hits the highest for 2. That is October. Tybalt's taking a pounding. Voice of the Wind is in play, so Tiamat hits the highest for 1. That will get redirected to Rainbow. Well, actually, it's going to Tybalt, so it doesn't matter. And then they'll heal 2. Okay, very close to the end here. Start a turn, I can get 2 constellations into play from her trash. I will put 1 on her and 1 on Voice of the Wind. Then I will play Celestial Aura. Oh, yeah, I'm going to drop Retreat in the Nebula. That's fine. And then she will hit Voice of the Wind for 2 radiant damage and draw 2 cards. Okay, I think it is time for Smite the Transgressor. Hit Eye of the Storm with that. First power, hit Voice of the Wind for 3. Second power, she'll hit herself for 1 cold damage and hit Voice of the Wind for 2. Draw a card. Walk the Shadow Roads. I, honest to God, really like that card. And then for her power, we'll hit Eye of the Storm, reduce its damage by 1, draw a card. Okay, Tempest hits a couple of things for 1 damage. I guess I'll play Cleansing Downpour, and then he'll hit a couple of things for 2 damage. Okay, draw a card. End of the environment turn, Rumble McSkirmish is going to take out Voice of the Wind, so I just need to drop the other 2. And I think that Rainbow can do that, because power number 1... Oh, shoot, she doesn't have any damage-dealing powers, though, does she? Shoot, that's very close. Shoot. Well, okay. Power number 1, let's activate Purple, because I got a Lavender Cacophony in hand. Do 2 psychic damage to Mouth of the Inferno. Power number 2, I could drop Quentin Tremblay, but I feel like we might have a good chance of taking things out. Okay. Draw a card. Actually, no, Rumble McSkirmish is going to win the game for us. Gravity Falls plays Robbie Valentino. In the environment turn, if this card has fewer than HP, play the top card of the environment deck. And if Dipper is in play, this card deals him 2 psychic damage, so you have a little interaction with the hero deck there. This card leaves play, each hero deals himself 2 psychic damage, so yeah, he's not that bad a guy. You don't want him to die. So yeah, Rumble McSkirmish hits this for 2. Oh, the target left play, so it's actually destroyed. Never mind. Quentin does his thing. Let's do the Constellation. I just need to be able to deal 1 damage to something. It has to be Retreat in the Nebula. Undaunted can go back. Final Dive. We will destroy Quentin Tremblay and take out the Eye of the Storm, and I actually win. I think it helped that I played a game against her with some of these heroes on digital, and that made me realize what the strategy is to beat Tiamat Hydra. Okay, that was pretty cool. Let's take a look at the rest of the environment deck. I don't think I discarded any without playing them. No. Okay. Society of the Blind Eye. The first time a resident is dealt damage by an anomaly card each turn, 1 player must discard a card. The start of the environment turn, shuffle each trash into its deck. Blubs and Durland. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals the anomaly target with the lowest HP 3 melee damage. As long as this card has less than HP, redirect damage dealt by this card to the hero target with the highest HP, so if you get them riled up, they will come after you. Giffany. Play this card next to the hero with the most equipment cards in play. That hero's equipment cards are 5 HP targets. If that hero ever has no equipment cards in play, destroy this card. At the start of the environment turn, each of that hero's equipment cards deals each target outside their play area 1 lightning damage. That could be explosive. Candy and Grenda. At the end of the environment turn, one player with fewer cards in hand than this card's HP may draw a card. When this card is destroyed, each player must discard a card. Because they're too cool, you don't want them to die. And Mermando is the last one. So yeah, very cool environment with some goofy-ass effects, but it helped us get through this fight. This version of Rainbow, actually, this was honestly very good for this fight because, like, I did not want to get all the Spectrum cards out and increase all the types of damage, which, you know, Tiamat is capable of dealing. So that worked out pretty well, and she actually didn't feel overpowered, aside from being able to keep the environment under control. So that is it for this one. As always, thank you for watching Tabletop Simulator, the Reaver Sentinels Cauldron DLC, Argy's Gravity Falls decks, Walker's Workbench, and Zontan's custom decks are not less great in this product. Please support the official release and flip.